Painting in the oil medium is the most fascinating aspect of art to me. This is Blended Art Studio, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to paint dark skin tones. Firstly, let me clean up my studio and then we can get started. I have a new drawing to work on, and now that I've rearranged my studio, I'm really excited to be working on the studio now. Just want to fix the reference picture and put the grid lines on the reference picture. Using the same measurement, I'll draw the same number of grids on my piece of paper, making sure to use a textured paper so that it works better with painting. Now move on to the sketching, just trying to trace it using my center dot method. As accurate as possible, I'll make my sketching. Sketching takes time, but it's very necessary to do it as detailed as you can, and also sketch the shade transitions. Sketching the shade transitions gives you more information about the values and makes it much easier to paint when you get to that stage. Now with the sketching completed, all I need now is my framing materials, because I like to frame my work so that it will be able to stand vertically on that easel while I'm painting. So the material that I need are these. So I'm basically framing it as though I've completed the portrait. The only difference is that now there is no sticker applied to the surface, so I can actually still work on it. So with the top bond applied to the wood, I will then add my paper on top of the wood and just frame it. What will happen is that when I'm done, I'll take it off the frame and then add the sticker. The sticker is what seals it permanently so that nothing will be able to remove it. But in the meantime, I'm taking the frame and it's gonna go right here. This is where I'm gonna be working on it from. Of course, the paint is not gonna look good without putting on my slippers and also putting on something decent. Come on, I know you've noticed I wasn't looking decent at all. Now I look better. Making use of a phone holder really saves a lot of stress, because it holds the phone for you. That's like one extra arm for you. But in the meantime, I have to scrape off dry paint from the glass palette, and I do so with a knife or a scraper. Speeding up the process a little, I start up painting the areas that are only black. That is colors that I really don't have to mix so much. So that's why you see the eye pupil and those sharp areas placed already. A couple of hours in, it's night time, and one thing I love doing in the night time is to take some tea and pancakes. So join me and see how I make my pancakes. Of course, you start by lighting a stove, or in this case a gas cooker. Careful not to burn yourself while doing that. Please, gas is not for children, and children should stay away from hot things generally. So pancake, how do you make pancake? I didn't show you the mixing, but pancake is just simply eggs and some other stuff. Flour, egg, sugar, milk. Those are the ingredients for the pancake. So frying it, and yeah, that's just my break food. I know most of you have seen this clip a long time ago, because actually I made this video many months ago. Just haven't gotten around to edit it, and yeah, I'm editing it now. I like my tea thick with Lipton. I like pancake dry. Yummy. Alright, I promise there's no more breaks. From here on is serious art stuff. Okay, getting back my glass palette, I'm gonna try and mix the colors properly now so that I'll get the skin tones and all the necessary colors. One thing I always do, I mix a lot of white because white gets exhausted really fast. For painting dark skin tone, you make use of a lot of red and black. Okay, so those dark areas are gotten basically using red and black. Red and black kind of gives you this purplish dark color, and if you want to make it look brownish, you add some yellow to it. It's just like that. I like to make use of the colors in the foreground and the background too. So there's a lot of blue in my background because there is blue in the jacket the dude is putting on. So I'm making this background look a little bit smoky with some white polka dots, colorful polka dots actually. So what I do is I just blend around the edges between the transitions, so you have this blurry looking background, so you don't have sharp lines in the background. Okay, that's how you make a background look blurry. I think one thing I really enjoy about painting is the freedom to do whatever I want in the background. Like really, that's amazing. And I've had to, just be creative. Sometimes I've even made mistake and had to change the background, but altogether, painting backgrounds in oil painting is just like another abstract painting on its own, and it can be really amazing. So just taking time out to smoothing all the transitions and removing all the sharp transitions, the sharp lines, to keep it looking blurry and faded out, but making sure I still have my beautiful popping colors. Mixing colors like the dark blue and black really has a way of adding beauty to it. One thing I must say, I'm really proud of how this background came out. Now moving on to the jacket. It's a blue jacket, but of course you have to take note of the shades, the dark areas, the highlights. So it's not just one blue, it's different shades of blue. Even the dark is a shade of blue too. And then I move to the left eye. I always paint from left to right. These are the colors I already pre-mixed that I showed you, and I just carefully, this thing I'm doing takes a lot of time. Speed lapse, time lapse kind of makes it look faster, but the trick is just to take your time and paint every color where you see them. Worry about the values and worry less about the colors, and it's gonna match with time. But as you can see, there is an issue I'm having, that some of the colors are not blended. Okay, as you can still see the white canvas popping through from behind some of the colors, and that is because of the tiny brush that I use. Makes it very difficult to cover those areas. So in order to fix that, what I do is I take another kind of brush, because the brush you use actually affects the texture you get. So my work is having kind of too much roughness and too much texture, so I'm going to take a fat round brush and just go over it with a thin layer of paint, and let's see how that goes. In doing that, I also try to correct some of the color issues. With that said, this is the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed this tutorial, I have so many more tutorials like this on my channel that I would like you to go and check out. And also share this with a friend. It really helps the channel to grow. Remember to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you again.